Ever asked yourself, why is clean drinking water so crucial? Well, it's more than just quenching your thirst. Drinking water in its purest form is a lifeline for every living organism on this planet. For us humans, it plays an indispensable role in maintaining our overall health and well-being. Every single cell, tissue, and organ in our body requires water to function correctly. It regulates our body temperature, lubricates our joints, aids digestion, and even helps to flush out waste and toxins. But what if the water we drink isn't as clean as we think it is? Imagine a scenario where every sip we take is a cocktail of invisible, harmful contaminants. That's not just a hypothetical situation for many people around the world. Contaminated water is a reality that poses severe health risks, including diseases like cholera, dysentery, typhoid, and polio. Beyond these immediate risks, there's a growing concern about certain chemicals known as PFAs or forever chemicals. These substances are so named because they do not break down naturally and can accumulate in our bodies over time. Long-term exposure to these chemicals may lead to serious health issues, including cancer. The need for clean drinking water, therefore, goes beyond just meeting our basic physiological needs. It's about safeguarding our health from the potential dangers lurking in what should be life's most essential resource. Ensuring access to clean drinking water is not just about promoting health and preventing disease. It's about upholding a fundamental human right, the right to health and well-being. So the next time you take a sip of water, take a moment to appreciate it. Remember, it's not just about quenching your thirst. It's about sustaining life, promoting health, and protecting our future. Clean water, therefore, is not just a luxury, but a necessity for our survival and health. So what happens when our life-sustaining water becomes a silent killer? Enter PFAs or forever chemicals. PFAs, short for per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, are a group of man-made chemicals that have been manufactured and used in a variety of industries globally since the mid-20th century. These chemicals are everywhere, from non-stick cookware to water-resistant clothing, and even in some firefighting foams. While they've certainly proved useful, their resilience is a double-edged sword. You see, PFAs have earned their nickname forever chemicals due to their persistence in both the environment and in the human body. They don't break down, and they can accumulate over time. Imagine a guest who overstays their welcome at a party, and you've got a pretty good idea of how these chemicals behave. But it's not just their unending presence that's concerning. PFAs have been linked to a host of health issues. Long-term exposure to these chemicals can lead to increased cholesterol levels, which in turn can pave the way for heart disease. They can also affect the immune system, decrease vaccine response, and even affect growth and learning development in infants and children. Perhaps the most alarming risk associated with PFAs is their potential to cause cancer. Research has indicated a probable link between PFAs exposure and kidney and testicular cancers. That's right, these forever chemicals aren't just persistent party guests. They're the type who may raid your fridge, break your fine china, and leave a path of destruction in their wake. PFAs are a ticking time bomb, silently infiltrating our water sources and posing significant health risks. And while the world is waking up to the threat of these forever chemicals, the question remains, how do we stop something that, by its very nature, is designed to endure? But fear not, for the Environmental Protection Agency is stepping up to the plate. The EPA, known for its commitment to safeguarding the environment and public health, has recently implemented a new set of national drinking water standards. The primary focus of these standards is to curb the exposure to PFAs, also known as forever chemicals. These chemicals, infamous for their persistence in the environment and in our bodies, have been linked to a multitude of health risks, including cancer. The new drinking water standards are not just a response, they are a proactive measure. They aim to significantly reduce the levels of PFAs in our drinking water, thereby cutting down the risk of exposure for millions of Americans. The EPA has set acceptable levels for 6 types of PFAs initially, but this is just the beginning. The agency plans to expand these regulations to include more types of PFAs in the future. This is a clear demonstration of the EPA's commitment to continually adapt and improve safety measures as our understanding of these chemicals grows. But how are these standards going to be enforced? Well, the EPA will be keeping a vigilant eye on public drinking water systems. Testing for PFAs will be an integral part of this process, and the government is not shying away from investing in this crucial task. An impressive $1 billion have been allocated for initial testing alone as part of a comprehensive $9 billion package to combat PFAs. What's more, the EPA is not stopping at just setting standards and testing water. they are also taking the fight to those responsible for PFAS contamination. The agency is ready to pursue legal action against companies found guilty of causing PFAS pollution. This sends a clear message that contaminating our water sources with these harmful chemicals will not be tolerated. These new standards are more than just guidelines. They are a testament to the EPA's dedication to protect public health and the environment. They are a promise to the American people that their drinking water will be safe from the harmful effects of PFAS. These standards are a monumental step towards ensuring safe drinking water for all Americans. So, what does this mean for public drinking water systems and for you, the consumer? The new standards set by the Environmental Protection Agency are a significant leap forward in ensuring the safety of our drinking water. They aim to reduce exposure to PFAS, potent chemicals linked to various health risks, including cancer, for about 100 million Americans. The impact? We're looking at potentially saving thousands of lives and preventing a multitude of serious illnesses. But let's talk numbers. Implementing these standards will require initial testing, which is expected to impact public drinking water systems by 6 to 10%. Sounds like a hefty price tag, right? But remember, we're talking about the safety of the water we drink every day. And it's a price the government is willing to bear, dedicating $1 billion for the initial testing phase alone, part of a larger $9 billion package to combat PFAS. But there's more. The EPA isn't stopping at just setting the standards. They're taking it a step further by legally pursuing companies responsible for PFAS contamination. This move sends a powerful message that negligence and disregard for public safety will not be tolerated. Now, while these measures are undoubtedly a significant stride towards ensuring the safety of our drinking water, it's essential to remember that this is a collective responsibility. Public water systems have 3 years to complete initial testing and to inform the public about PFAS levels in their drinking water. As consumers, it's our job to stay informed and vigilant. With these measures, the future of clean drinking water seems brighter. But remember, every sip matters, so let's keep ourselves informed and safe.